All right, let's talk about AI. If you've used it, you've probably asked it to write something for you, right? But what if? What if you could ask it to do something for you? Today, we are diving into Genspark AI. And let me tell you, this is less like a chatbot and way more like an entire intelligent team just waiting for your instructions.
So you got to understand this huge shift that's happening in AI. We're all pretty familiar with generative AI. It's like that super smart friend who's great at answering questions or whipping up some text. But the next big thing, the real evolution, is agentic AI. Now think of this not as one smart friend, but as a whole team of experts that doesn't just give you an answer, it takes on the project and gets the entire job done.
And this is exactly where Genspark comes into the picture. It's built from the ground up on this idea of agentic AI. The whole point wasn't to just make a better search engine. Nope. The goal was to build an AI that can handle a complete process from the very beginning to the final product. We're talking about a massive leap beyond just spitting out text or an image. To really get what makes Genspark so powerful, let's take a little tour. We're not going to think of it as just a piece of software, but more like a company with different specialized departments, and each one is powered by its own team of expert AI agents. Let's go meet the team.
First up, we've got the Research and Analysis Department. You know, this is the brains of the whole operation. It's the intelligence hub. This is the team you turn to when you need to understand something complicated, and you need to understand it deeply and accurately.
And this is where things get really cool. This automates tasks that would take a human researcher hours, maybe even days. So instead of just a list of links, Genspark creates these dynamic Sparkpages, basically custom-built reports that pull from over 100 different sources. For those really deep dives, it can crunch through over 1 million words. And crucially, it fact-checks itself and can automatically organize data into AI sheets and even make graphs for you. This isn't just searching, this is actual analysis.
But, you know, amazing research is only half the battle. You have to turn it into something real. And that's where the creation and production team comes in. This department is all about transforming all that raw data and all those great ideas into polished, ready-to-use stuff.
Okay, the practical power here is just undeniable. The AI Slides feature is an absolute game changer. You can give it a topic or, hey, even just a YouTube link, and in about 5 minutes, it spits out a complete, professionally designed presentation. It can also generate high-quality images and videos, and it even organizes all your files for you with its own AI drive. It's like having your own in-house production studio on call 24/7.
All right, now we're at the department that truly, and I mean truly, sets Genspark apart: operations. This is where we go from thinking and creating to actually doing. These are the agents that handle real-world tasks, automating all those tedious bits of your day.
And all of this is managed by what's called the super agent. And this is so far beyond simple automation, it can handle a whole multi-step job, like researching the best flight, comparing all the prices, and then actually booking the ticket. It can download files for you. Get this, it can even make a phone call with a natural-sounding voice to book a table at a restaurant. And through its store, it connects with the tools you already use, like Slack and Notion, turning AI into a true operational partner.
So at this point, you're probably wondering, okay, how on earth do all these different departments and agents actually work together so smoothly? Well, it's not magic. It's a really sophisticated system under the hood that makes all this incredible collaboration possible.
It all boils down to a 4-step process they call mixture of agents. When you give it a complex command, first, the task decomposer breaks it down into smaller jobs. Then, the agent registry acts like a project manager, assigning each little job to the best agent for that task. The parallel processor lets them all work at the same time. And finally, the synthesis engine pulls all of their work together into one perfect finished product. It's basically an assembly line of intelligent agents.
Okay, so the theory is impressive, but what about the proof? How does this multi-agent approach actually perform against the other big AI tools out there? Let's look at some real-world results. And when you put Genspark head-to-head with the other top AI models, well, the difference is pretty clear. When it comes to pure task execution, the ability to actually do complex, real-world things, it's just in a league of its own. While tools like ChatGPT and Claude are fantastic for conversation, they just weren't built with the architecture to coordinate tasks like this.
And that real-world difference? It can be summed up with one number: 85%.
That staggering number comes from a case study with a research lab at MIT, which cut its time for literature review by 85%. But that's not just a one-off.
A tech startup replaced a 3-person research team and cut their analysis time from 2 weeks down to just 2 days. A huge YouTube network now automates its entire pre-production workflow, from analyzing trends to writing scripts to creating images, all inside Genspark. These are real bottom-line results.
So, we've seen the powerful tech, and we've seen the proven results. But here's the best part. This isn't some far-off concept you have to wait for. You can start using this AI team for yourself right now.
Genspark has a really generous free tier. You get 200 credits every single day, which is more than enough to really test out the core features, the Sparkpages, the basic automations, creating slides and images. It's the perfect way to really feel the difference for yourself with zero commitment.
And that really brings us to the final and most important question. We've spent all this time thinking of AI as a tool that we use. But what happens when that tool becomes a collaborator, an analyst, a designer, and an assistant all rolled into one? When you have an entire intelligent team at your fingertips, what incredible things are you going to build?